Hello, good afternoon, it's Monday and it's a new weekly reading vlog. If you're sitting there going, Andy, you said afternoon and you look rough, you would be right. You would be right. I have called in sick to work today because I have been up all night with what I think might be possibly a sickness bug. Maybe not, I don't know, but I have my handy dandy bowl with me just in case. I'm feeling a little bit better than I did last night, but if I move too much, it's worrying. But yeah, I've come downstairs so I can have access to like the kitchen and the bathroom and stuff like that. So I don't get any book today. Please hold. Trying to do anything slowly is why is there a sticker on it? Anyway, I got Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. This is the gorgeous edition from Waterstones, just plain on the top and bottom. And these colours are really like bright. That's nice. This is an absolutely stunning book. Did I buy this as a cover buy? Maybe a little bit, but this follows two people, I believe, who are reincarnated. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but they live life over and over again, but like I don't know if it's like Harry August where it's the same life over and over again, or if they move in time as well. So that's why I'm saying reincarnation might not be quite right. But I don't know, yeah, it looks like they move through time. So do you know what, I'll just read the back. It says, Evelyn has lived countless lives, and in every single one she's been killed before her 18th birthday. But in the present life, her little sister needs her in order to stay alive. To save her sister and make it past her 18th birthday, she'll have to 1. Find the centuries-old enemy who hunts her through each life. 2. Figure out why she's being hunted so that she can break the curse once and for all. Most importantly, she's going to have to try not to fall in love with them again. Ooh, who could that be? But it's being blurred by like Beef Fitzgerald, who we know I love, V.E. Schwab. Those are the ones that I know and enjoy their books. There are other authors that I either don't know or have not enjoyed their books, so yeah. But it says, they've loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes, they've killed each other in every one. So the reason I picked this up is because 1, it's been getting rave reviews, and 2, there is a book by Constance Sayers that I love called A Witch in Time, and that's a similar thing. So every time she's reborn, someone comes for her and she dies. It's a cycle that she has to keep living until she can break the cycle. So it sounded similar to that, so I thought I'll give it a try. And yeah, it was stunning. It was on sale. Why not? I'm also due to get a book that Becca was talking about on Sprints today. That is about a vampire hunter at a vampire academy. It's sapphic and it sounds really good, and it's by a Scottish author and it's set in Scotland, so we had to get in there. That will be coming later on today. However, book-wise, that was a weird way to transition that. Book-wise, I'm 139 pages into Dead to the World. I have 1,813 pages to read. Less than 139 now. But my books total for the rest of the month is 1,813 pages, 1,813 pages, and I would like to try and do that, but I've only got till Saturday because then it switches to February. So hopefully I can get through them. I still have this and this to read, which obviously is a lot of pages in and of itself. I also have Emily Wells' Encyclopedia of Fairies and When the Moon Hatched. I think those are the 4 books I need to read, so wish me luck. I cannot stop yawning, which is great because every time it inflates my stomach it makes me feel sick, which is amazing. Anywho, wish me luck today, this week, and we'll see how I get on. The plan is to finish all 4 books by Saturday, so we'll see how it goes. Hello, it is finally the end of the day on Monday, and I still feel like hell, as you can tell, because I've not showered. It's like 9 o'clock, and I think I'm just going to go to bed. I'm going to have to get up early to shower if I feel better, and I feel too sick right now to go in the shower. I feel dizzy. I feel really, really sick. And I feel like I don't think I'll go well if I try and shower just now. So hopefully a good night's sleep. I'll wake up tomorrow feeling better. I managed to eat some pasta earlier, just basic pasta. I was craving something salty and something with carbs, but which makes sense. Normally when I'm sick, my go-to is what's it called? I usually have chips. I'll make myself chips with loads of salt on them, because if I'm just all day just drinking water and not eating, my electrolytes can get down. I'm assuming that's why my body is craving salt. So yeah, I don't have any chips because Tesco have stopped doing the microchips, and we've just gone off the taste of the bagged oven chips. So there's no chips, and pasta is carbs, and the sauce was just a basic creamy tomato, I think. And so then it was just a bit had some salt and stuff in it. It was, yeah. So far, I managed to keep everything down. Thing is, I had toast earlier as well. That was my first trial at 3 o'clock. Can I keep toast down? But my mouth's doing that watery thing all the time, and every time I move, I get a flip sensation in my stomach. I just feel horrendous. I just feel really, really sick and really, really dizzy. So yeah, me and this bowl are just going to be best friends for the next however long it takes to not feel that sick. Reading wise, I did manage to finish Dead to the World. It was difficult, I'm not going to lie, because one, the size of that writing, this is not, this book is small. It's about the same size as my Kindle. This is a standard hardback next to it. Oh, there we go. This is a standard paperback, so it's quite a small book, and the writing's really small as well. And even just reading the book made me feel dizzy. I cannot stop yawning. I think I'm going to have to go to bed. I have swapped out one of my books. I am not going to be reading When the Moon Hatched anymore. I am going to read Tales from the Celestial Kingdom now. There's the... So the prompt was a dragon on the cover, and where is it? There we go, dragon. I say it for a couple of reasons. One, I wasn't overly vibing with what I could read of the writing style. I also googled it, read the synopsis, because I didn't really know what the synopsis was, and it's fae based. I'm not really a fae person. I don't like fae in stories. And then as I was trying to, I've already taken it off my Kindle, but I was trying to I was just flipping the pages, and then it would go back to the it would jump back to the contents page, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Thinking I'd done something, and then it'd go back to the text, and then it'd jump back to the title page, and yeah, it's really hard to read when it literally won't let you pass the first few pages. So what I did manage to read wasn't overly I don't know, it wasn't much, so I can't really say much in that, but I just don't think it's for me. I'm taking it as an omen that it's not for me. I tried the Prime reading version of it. I tried the KU version of it. Both are doing the same thing. I don't know if it's an issue with my Kindle because it was working fine yesterday. It seems to be working fine. Yesterday or the day before. It's working fine for Emily Wilde. So I think there must be something wrong with the Kindle file for that book. Because it just wasn't working for me. So yeah, I'm going to read Tales of the Celestial Kingdom instead. I'm already 28 pages in. I've just tried to make some dent in it because I still have to read Emily Wilde and obviously this chunky beast before the end of the month. So I thought if I can get it started, that'll be good. But I've now got 1,092 pages I think to read, which is no small feat. I've only managed to reduce what I needed to read by 300 to 400 pages. So. And if I've still got time, if I finish this, and I want to keep reading, I'll pick up another book. So, yeah, I feel like I need to explain myself. It's my TBR. It's I do what I want, but yeah, I just feel like that book was just not for me. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Like I say, I can't stop yawning. I feel like death, warmed up. And I'm hoping that I can just get like a good sleep tonight and then get up early and shower, which boo, but hopefully going to bed at 9 o'clock will help me there. And yeah, I'll hopefully have better news for you tomorrow. Hello, it's Tuesday. You'll have to forgive me for how I look because I still feel horrendous. Well, actually, I feel a little better now. It's like almost 7 o'clock. Well, it's 6:30 on Tuesday, and I've been off again today because obviously I would never go into work like this. And yeah, I'm starting to feel better. I've managed to have some more food. I've not felt particularly sick for a little while, so that's good. I do feel like the past few days, I don't know what it is, but I've had like this weird sensation. Like I've got a nosebleed. Like sometimes I get nosebleeds in the back of my nose, and I can feel it, like taste it almost in the back of my throat. And I've had that sensation, like I've had a nosebleed, but there's been no blood. So I don't know. I might have a nosebleed in the back of my nose again. It's like, you know that sensation when you know that sensation when you accidentally inhale liquid, like a water or something, and like you get that weird, horrible feeling at the back of your throat, like in the back of your sinuses. That's the feeling I've got. Belly constantly, which is really annoying. Hopefully it doesn't mean I'm getting ill in a different way. But I've just finished the Tales of the Celestial Kingdom, or just Tales of the Celestial Kingdom. And I'm so glad I switched this out for When the Moon Hatched. One, I just don't think When the Moon Hatched was going to be for me, but this is really what I needed. There's something that happens at the end of the Celestial Kingdom books that is unresolved, but it's not a particular thing. There's like a chain of things that happen, which in the end, to me, is unresolved, and this literally has an epilogue. The last story in this is an epilogue to the series. I mean, they're all sort of. So this is the epilogue to the Celestial Kingdom duology, so they're all kind of like part of it. So the first part, Dusk, is before the books. So it is the sort of her versions of the stories of how they got there, how the moon goddess became the moon goddess, and the story of the Firebirds. Twilight is after the first one but before the second one, and then Dawn is after the second one, or kind of slightly entwined with the second one, but at the end of the second one. And there was something that I really wanted to be resolved, and it was resolved in the epilogue. And yeah, I loved this. I absolutely loved this. I mean, well, I loved the epilogue. The rest of it I could have done like with or without. It wasn't too fussed. But I really needed that epilogue. There were other sections in there as well that I really liked, but that was my favourite. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I read this. And honestly, how beautiful is this book? Like, they really did a great job with the cover. There's actually about the illustrator bit, which is really nice. You know, you get the about the author. There's about the illustrator section. Anyway, I'm talking nonsense. Kay is at her friend's today. She's going to visit her. I obviously did not go because I don't want to pass any bugs on to anybody. But she's heading back now, so she should probably be back soon. It means I have 2 books left to read this month. But they are this book, which is a chunker, and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I think is like 368 pages. So I have 900-ish pages still to read by the end of Saturday, by the end of the month. Can I do it? We will find out. I just went to get up and forgot that I needed to vlog, and I wasn't sitting back in my chair again because it's like literally like 140 centimetres deep. I could pretty much lie in this thing if I took the cushions off the back. I pretty much do lie in it, but like that, I'm not getting back in it. I'm not going to get out. Anyway, as you can see, I've showered. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Got my meds, got my water. My watch is charged, my phone is charged. But I just wanted to update. So I finished, I think I told you, I finished Tales of the Celestial Kingdom. Try that again. And loved it. I really enjoyed the last story, which was the epilogue as well. Really, really needed that. I've decided I'm going to pick up The Magician King as my last book. This is my reread book for the prompts, and I have DNF'd Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies because, well, one, I just didn't like the writing style. It was very reminiscent of like classic writing styles, and I just wasn't going to force my way through it because I was just like, and then I just didn't like Emily. I was just like she reminded me, it's funny because she reminded me so much of Alice from Catabasis. Didn't like Alice either, but the story was interesting at least. But I wasn't interested in, well, I like R. Kwang's writing style, and the story was interesting. It was about, there was a lot of Greek mythology. It reminded me a lot of The Magicians without it being as dark, and not nearly as dark as The Magicians. This series is like Oprah giving out trigger warnings. Like, seriously. And I don't know why I love it, but I do. But yeah, I just didn't like Emily. I didn't like the writing style. I didn't even care about the dog. Which, if you know me, that is a wild thing for me to say. Yeah, I just didn't want to read it. So, I'm not going to force myself for the sake of filling all my prompts. So that's one prompt I will not be filling. I will decide what to do with it. In the case of, do I carry it over? Do I have to pull some kind of punishment book? Or do I just not do things like that because I'm trying to enjoy reading and not, burrow myself into a black hole of slump. So we shall see what I decide to do. I quite like the idea of maybe pulling, because I pulled 10 prompts, maybe I pull 11 prompts. Because I did end up, after I finish this, I will have ended up still reading 10 books, because I've DNF'd 3 now, and I read Atmosphere, so I've read 9 once I finish this and read Atmosphere, so that's 10 books, even though one prompt kind of doesn't get fulfilled. It doesn't really matter. It's my TBR, so. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed because I work in the morning. I'm actually going to get up and go to work in the morning because I need to get on it. I need to get back to work. I don't like being off. It feels weird. Although the past few days I have felt horrendous, so I'm glad I'm feeling better. But yeah, it's bedtime. Hello. This is the reality of me after the gym, by the way. Just so you can see that. I had my hair up at the gym, like it was up in a nice ponytail. But I've just taken it down because I'm about to go in the shower. Normally you don't see me until after I've had my shower. But this is me before my shower. Which I'm really mad about because I only showered yesterday. And I don't like showering every day. Well, I can't really shower every day because showering really takes it out of me. This is the thing that's nuts to me, right? I can go to the gym, go do my workout for an hour. I have a specific workout that has been worked out for me by a professional to, help with my condition and all that jazz. I have specific exercises that I have to do. I don't have to do them, but that are prescribed. And I can do that for an hour. Well, I can't do the same thing but it usually takes an hour to do my full program, right? Including 15 minutes on the bike and 15 minutes on the treadmill. So, you think that going in the shower wouldn't absolutely put me on my arse, but it does. Even just the idea of going in the shower makes me want to cry. But I know I have to because my hair is gross. It is still wet. It's actually still wet, especially in the back. I don't think you can really see that, but it's actually wet from all the sweat that I was doing. I also went and bought myself a scale, just because apparently I hate myself. Can we do the curling with it? Oh no, ruined it. Oh, this is so funny to me. Yeah. See what I mean? My hair's wet. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I got myself a scale because apparently I hate myself. And depending on where I am in the house depends on how much my weight has changed. So, I prefer the living room. The living room is the best one. So, according to the living room, I've lost 15 kilos. Or 15, 17, 19 kilos if I use the living room. Which has a carpet, which is why it's not accurate. And then the kitchen has me gaining a kilo. In the bathroom, at the door, I've gained a kilo, and in the middle of the room, on a flat, on like one single slab, I've lost a kilo. So we're going with that one. The hallway was all over the place as well. So you're trying to get a scale to actually work. Total pain in the arse. So yeah, that made me feel great. I don't know what it is. I was on the phone to my mum on the way back to the gym and way back from the gym, and I was saying to her, like, I just didn't get, like, today's gym didn't give me the same like happy good feelings that it normally does. I don't know if it's because the gym was packed. I mean, like, people were fighting to get on machines, and it immediately just made me feel like, I don't want to be here. It's just like, just get out. It's like, I know they have no less right. I have no more right than they do to the machines, but it's just like, I've been here consistently for 19 weeks now, right? That's like 4 or 5 months-ish. I don't know maths. But like, if 12 weeks is 3 months, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, so nearly 5 months, right? Consistently going to the gym. And I've not seen most of these people. Like, there are some people that I see just about every time I go to the gym, and I feel less resentful of those people when they use the machines. But honestly, today it was just so, and there were so many teenagers just dicking about. I was like, please, just get out. Like, and then there was these 2 girls who, they were doing that. Again, I think they were teenagers or like early 20s. But they sat on the machines and just sat on their phones. Like, I don't, like, if people want to go on their phones and during their rests in between sets, like, that's not what I mean. Like, you go, like, you're having a rest, do what you want. But, like, when people, like, park up on a machine and just sit there for ages, and you're like, are you actually going to do an exercise? It's not a cafe. There's a cafe downstairs. Although, like, people who know each other, they'll sit and they'll just talk. And I'm like, you do not need to be sitting on 2 benches with no weights, having a chit chat. Go sit in the cafe. And then there was one guy that was on the bike that I needed, by the way, because I need the sit down bikes, not the stand. I had to use the like upright bike. It was horrible. My butt hurts so much. But like, he was on that bike the entire time I was there. The entire time. There's only 2 bikes. He was on that the entire time. And like, my guy, please, just no. He was playing solitaire on the bike. Like, the bike has, like, they have like things. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. I tried to go early. I didn't end up getting there early, as I'd have liked. Actually, I didn't really get there early at all because there was one person working on the desk, and she was making somebody a new account, and it was taking forever. So yeah, I didn't actually get there as much as I got there early. One, getting parked was a nightmare. It was an actual joke. And then getting in took ages. And then the gym was stacked, like packed, absolutely unbelievably packed. Even the guy that worked, like the PT that we work with, was like, oh my god, I've never seen the gym this busy. Yeah, and then I went to Asda for my usual post-gym snack, which I was getting vegan sushi, because it was the only place I could get it, and then they stopped doing that and started doing like protein kitchen stuff. So I was getting the teriyaki one, and I also like the Korean barbecue one. Neither of those this time. They didn't have anything that I wanted, so I ended up getting, what did I get? I got a katsu chicken teriyaki poke bowl, which was nice, but it's not what I wanted. Like, I had a specific thing in mind that I wanted. I just need to stop going with anything. And then I got myself a scale. So, yeah. And then, I don't know, I just feel meh. And I'm tired, and I need to read my book. And I've left my book upstairs. First things first, aka Denver. Anybody who does not watch Katie Van's Like on TikTok will not know what I'm talking about. She has a horse, a stallion, and his barn name, like his just regular name that you call him when you're like talking to him, or like, you know, is Waylon. No, that's face code, right? Is Denver. So his name is Denver, like his barn name is Denver. Like somebody goes, who's that? And you go, that's Denver. But his like paper name, his government name, is First Things First with a Z. With Z's. First Things First with a Z. So yeah, that's what goes in my head when I say First Things First now. Also, First Things First, I'm the realist, but that's a given. Anyway. I've just been sitting watching her videos, that's why while I was eating. I'm just putting off going in the shower at this point. It's already like back at 9. And I have a watch. I do have a watch. It's right here. I took it off to go in the shower. It's 9:30. I would like to get a decent amount of sleep. To cry. Maybe what I do is I go in the shower and then I go upstairs and read. How does that sound? You don't care. Right. Shower. Hello, it is Thursday. Unfortunately, it's not Friday. It is Thursday. I'm so sore. I had to use, I don't know if I told you, but there was somebody on the bike that I use. I use the seated bikes. So it's got like a proper seat, like a seat for the bike. Because the bikes that are like bikes you ride bikes, the standing bikes, are the upright bikes. I can't remember what they're called, but like they have the bike seat shaped seats. Oh my god, do they hurt my butt? Like you think I'd be fine because I have a little butt. But no, it's incredibly painful and my butt hurts so much today. So yeah, there's that information for you. I forget where I was going with that. Yeah, it's Thursday. I am sore. I am feeling miserable for myself. It's just been a wee bit of a day. But I came home to not one, but 2 packages from Waterstones that I was not expecting. That's a lie, I was expecting one of them. So I know one of them should be the wild card. I think this one, because it is skinnier. And I want to say this one might be Catcher If You Can. Those are my guesses. Locking in. So I thought I would unbox them with you before I go get my cup of tea. Ooh, we've actually got a good pull tab. I'm joking, that was a good omen. Oh, this one's Catcher If You Can. I know that because it's got the edges. Let's... Oh. Excuse me, box. So this is Catcher If You Can by Tessa Bailey. This is the 4th book of the series, I believe. At this point, Tessa Bailey is an auto-buy author for me, so I don't particularly check in to see what she's writing, but I do believe this is the... So, Fangirl Down is the first one, The Au Pair Affair is the third one, it's the second one, and the third one is Dreamgirl Drama. I feel like this is related. I might be wrong, but I feel like this is related. So this is about a catcher for the Yankees and the girl from high school that he's been in love with, who's the burlesque club owner. Yes, I remember. Dreamgirl Drama. No. Oh, what book is this? This is actually... Yes, that's what I'm missing. So Picture Perfect is book 4 in that series. And in Picture Perfect, they go back to the female main character's hometown to take part in her family's like yearly game thing. I think like the Geller Cup, but on steroids, because they're all athletes. And the whole point of that book is she is in love with her brother's best friend. And so she fake dates one of the hockey players to make him jealous. So the female main character in this is her best friend from home, and this guy who is, catcher for the Yankees. So that's what it is. I knew I was missing something because Dreamgirl Drama does not take place in that town. Dreamgirl Drama takes place in wherever this is set, like wherever it's set, funnily enough. So I think this is a fake marriage. Well, it says, as the passion builds, can their fake marriage become the real deal? So I'm guessing it's a fake marriage. This is so pretty. So I'm excited to read this. I've loved the Big Shot series, and I really enjoy Tessa Bailey. She has like 2 different types. I always say Tessa Bailey has 2 different types of books. She has the silly goofy, do not take it seriously books, and she has the like proper romance novels. And these are the proper ones. I would say these are proper ones with a little bit of silliness. But like the Me trilogy, like Need Me, Make Me, whatever it is, those ones are like silly goofy. And My Colour Vacation, silly goofy. So is my hair still doing that thing? Yeah, like my hair's all sticking out at the side, but not this side. I don't understand what's going on. Anywho, that's book 1. that I've received. This is book 2. So this should be the wild card, which is on my TBR. I would say spoiler, but my TBR is going to be out before this video. So, you know. Yes, it is the wild card by, I was going to say Elsie Silver, because Elsie Silver's last book was called Wild Card. So this is the wild card by Stephanie Archer. This is a thick boy. This is a thick, thick boy. And this is the last book of the series. I've been reading the Vancouver Storm series for so long. Like, I had the indie editions of the first 2 books before they got picked up. And I am so, like, in love with these characters. So this is about the coach. And a new member of the team, I think. But she was also someone they know from the fact that she works in the bar that they go to. Like, the team go to. So, yeah, apparently the Vancouver Storm are in danger and they need... Coach Ward needs to save it. So, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read this. I cannot believe this is the last one. I've loved these books so much. This is like the first hockey romance series that I got into. I've not actually read the updated books because I'm assuming there will have been some editorial input into the first 2 books because they were indie published. And generally speaking, they tend to like to have a glance over them. Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I have the regular published version and the indie published version of that as well, I think. Or did I just read the regular version on... No, I think I've got the regular version as well. Anyway, and there was a bit of a... Not a plot hole, but like a disappearing person who was mentioned and then never mentioned again. And it was like, excuse me, what? How? Where? What's going on? And she explained that it was a mistake. And then when they published it, but with the actual publisher, it was corrected. So it made more sense. But yeah, oh my god. So this is a sports romance with baseball and a sports romance with hockey, and I'm so excited. I cannot believe this is the last one. I don't know if this is the last one, but I can't believe this is the last one. I'm so excited for February's TBR. So excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go get just bits of cardboard everywhere. I'm gonna go get my cup of tea, which has been sitting there with water in it for the entire time I've been filming this. And I am going to get to read. I need to go upstairs and get my book. I have my book upstairs that I was meant to read in, but I have an e-copy of it. And my hair needs cut, I know. I do have an e-copy, which I can read on this. It's not this. This is for next month. Again, I say spoilers, but you're going to see that before you see this. So, yes, I got to chapter 4 of The Magician King. Yes, The Magician King. So I will be carrying on with that. I need to finish that before the end of the month to complete my TBR. Or, complete it in the sense of, like, how I want to complete it. So yeah, I'm going to leave that sinking so I can get the new book on there because I was reading it on my phone. And I'll speak to you later. Hello, this is the new angle for you. I've come to bed. It's only like 9:20, but I just want to lie down and read. So I'm just going to read in bed. I am still reading The Magician King. I'm now 167 pages in, which is here, but I am reading it on my Kindle, so it says I'm 30% of the way in, so I don't know if you can see where that is. Doing a decent job. It's nicer to read it on the Kindle, I think, because I can just lie down, because this book is thick, but I mean it is also floppy, so it is a lot easier to read, but it's like just over 540 pages, so yeah, I should hopefully get some more reading done tonight. But I just wanted to pop in now and let you know that I'd managed to get so far through. I fell asleep earlier watching YouTube and I'm just exhausted. I'm so tired. I feel drained. So I'm gonna lie down in bed and read some more pages there. It is finally Friday. I am so ready for the weekend. I'm so tired. I do have to host sprints on... I say have to host sprints. I offered to host sprints on Sunday for Tori, because there are things happening and she can host, but it's the start of Series TBR one, so I decided to offer to host instead. But I got an email about this book today. Just this book that I put on my TBR for February. And it turns out it's a misprint and there are 10 pages missing. So they are reprinting it and it will be put out at a different point, mid-February. So let's hope that it comes out. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But still got to finish this. I've got like 300 and something pages to read apparently. And like I say, I've got it on my Kindle. Got to page 198 yesterday. So we're doing well. We're doing well. I'm almost there. Kind of. But all I'm doing is sitting watching Bridgerton because the new season first half's come out. The second half doesn't come out until the 26th of February. Which is rude. But I'm rewatching season 3 because I've already watched seasons 1 and 2. I'm going to rewatch season 3 and then watch season 4. I'm just doing that right now instead of reading, which is going to not help. Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's gone afternoon now while I was making my tea and everything. It is Saturday. Guess who stayed up until nearly 4 in the morning watching Bridgerton after saying they weren't going to watch 12 hours of Bridgerton? This idiot. So I'm tired. Even though like I still slept then. I'm still tired. I should not have done that. I've got pages to read. I have so many pages to read. Like, I've got to finish this today. I'm going to keep forgetting that Sunday's not part of the weekend. Or not part of the weekend. Not part of the month. But it's fine. I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I do also have an Olympic box here that I'm going to show you because I know exactly what it is. And I'm very, very excited. This has been scuffed up something awful in the post. But, let's have we peek. I want you to do this now because I want to see them. And, yeah, so we're doing this now before I've had tea. Okay, I did cut it open because I'm not messing about with that on here. Ta-da. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, I can't hold it at the same time. So, I have book 1. I don't know if it's book 1, but it's the first book that I'm picking up, so. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's the Murderbot series. So this is volume 1, so it is book 1. And we've got a glorious picture of Murderbot there. Back says, I hate having emotions about reality. I'd much rather have them about Sanctuary Moon. I wanted to just sink into my media downloads for a while and pretend I didn't exist. Me yesterday. As a heartless killing machine, I was a terrible failure. Fair. So, right, let's get this off. So then we've got this on the side. So we've got the system, Murderbot log 1, probably actually says something but it's too small, and then Sanctuary Moon and the drone cam footage. You're welcome. Please get out of my cubicle so I can sit here and leak in peace. Having a module hacked. Murderbot log 2. World hoppers. Plus 35,000 hours head has been my own. Okay. Ah, right, that is. Okay. So there's after he rescues them from the thing. And then this is being watching the Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. I absolutely loved Murderbot. This is a Heartstopper-esque like scenario that's happened where like I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like it, I don't want to read it, and then I read it and immediately I was like, yes. Love it. So, book 2. Okay, wait, is it? Oh, it keeps catching all the corners. Ta-da! It's so pretty. Back says, I could have asked what or worse meant in this context, but there was only so much I could take, and I thought I hit my limit about, I don't know, 4 years ago? So this is volume 3, so this is the last 2. Side says, trying to get humans not to touch dangerous things is a full-time job. Am I making it worse? I think I'm making it worse. Oh, Murderbot. I love Murderbot so much. Is this a sign that I need to reread Murderbot? I think this is just the volumes, though. I don't think this is the novel, which is a shame. So again, there's the back and front. Next time I get optimistic about something, I want one of you to punch me in the face. Her has been monitoring me due to redacted. Get it together, Murderbot. Redacted. We know who had killed the dead human. Excuse me, the deceased. Hey, I don't want me either, but I'm stuck with me. I love me some Murderbot, honestly. The art is so cool. And it's nice that it's not spoiling anything. It's one of those, like, if you know, it's like, you know what it is, but if you don't, it's just some random sci-fi stuff. That's good. Oh, Murderbot. I really, like, my friends kept saying to me that I say my friend, you're the ones that are watching. Oh, it is the novel, I think. Let me just see. They kept saying to me that me and Murderbot are the same person, and I totally get it now. Okay, there we go. I love this one, it's so pink. So the back says, I try to avoid asking humans if there's anything wrong with them, mostly because I don't care. So, I'm actually alone in my head, and that's where 90+% of my problems are. Ugh, emotions. I love Murderbot. I love Murderbot so much. The thing is, there's a new Murderbot book coming out, and I really hope they do. Like an edition to match. So I've got nobody fucking listens to me. Yeah, I'm a shut up or get your head smashed. Ugh, self-determination sucks sometimes. I really don't need to be second guessed by an adolescent human right now. Angry, then afraid, then dead. Is that the right order? I sent them to kidnap you. Penhelion! Peggy Helion. So this is Network Effect, so this is the novel. Oh, there's more written on the bottoms. I didn't even notice that. So this one says, admittedly, I am tired of the whole concept of humans at the moment. Same. Ignoring stuff is always an option until it kills you. What's it going to say? The sense of urgency just wasn't there. Also, you may have noticed, I don't care. If the humans were dead, who would make the media? It's funny. All I wanted to do was watch media and not exist. If this is what being human was like, it sucked massively. I can't get these to. They keep sliding everywhere. I love this. I love how they've like done Murderbot. It just is very. It shows that the show got it very close to the author's art concept, which I mean I think the author was in on the process, so that makes sense. Back says, as far as I could tell, real humans usually didn't know what the hell they were doing. True, Murderbot, true. I was having an emotion, and I hate that. There needs to be an error code that means I received your request, but decided to ignore you. Yep. It would have been hilarious if I wasn't about to die. It was still a little hilarious. Me and Murderbot. I was getting an idea, and it was probably a bad idea. I love Murderbot so much. Did we look at the inside? We did not look at the inside. So, this is the gorgeous cover. So what have we got here? Who knew being a heartless killing machine would present so many moral dilemmas? Hi Mickey, I'm a security consultant. Goodnight Lander Independent contracted me with my security company to make sure your team complies to their mission safety. I was having an emotion. I hate that. I hope this evidence against the Grey Curse helps sign Murderbot. 85% chance of failure and death. 98% perfect at mimicking human breathing patterns at the moment. That's so funny. And it's got some of the other shows that he watched, like Sanctuary Moon is his favourite, but he does watch other shows. And we didn't do the art inside. Let me just... Again, I know what scene that's from. I love that, like, it actually kind of looks a bit like Alexander Skarsgård. That's funny. They must have done this art at the same time as the show. I love Alexander Skarsgård. He plays Murderbot in the TV show. and I love Alexander Skarsgård anyway. He plays Eric in the True Blood series, which I'm rereading the books for, and I just love him as Eric, and I love him as Murderbot because it's I can't decide if Murderbot and Eric would like each other. Well, Murderbot wouldn't like Eric, but I think Eric would like Murderbot. If that makes sense. Okay, so there we go. There's the books together. It is stunning. I don't think they're quite in the right order. I actually think Network Effect comes in between these two novellas, so you can't really get them exactly right. But they're so, I love the colours. Do you know what's terrible though? This is the Illuminate version, obviously, and put them there. And Broken Binding have also done an edition. Broken Binding have also done an edition that's absolutely stunning. And I'm being influenced because every time I see the adverts for them, I'm like, oh, but do I need that? I kind of need that. I don't need it. You don't need it, Andy. You just want it because it's pretty. But it's like, I like these because they're pretty. Like, these are the pretty versions. I've got my reading versions, I've got my pretty versions. Somewhere someone is complaining about overconsumption, and that I don't need them, but I don't care. It's not like I'm not getting into it. You know what? I wanted these. They're really pretty. I'm not going to argue with someone about overconsumption. It's fine. I have been watching a lot of overconsumption, like YouTube videos and stuff. Like I like watching people and getting involved in the discussion because I think there are people who do have issues with overconsumption, that's related to like FOMO and stuff. I'm not in no place to have that discussion right now because I am so tired. I have not had my tea, but like I feel like just like I don't know, it's definitely a problem, but also at the same time there's a like balance between let people live and there's a problem. It's almost like hoarding, you know. There's a point where it tips over. I don't think I'm there, so that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch some YouTube videos and drink my tea and hopefully make more sense later. Hello, it is Saturday and I have finished my last book of the month. So I finished The Magician King, which is the second book in the Magician's trilogy. I love this series. This series, like, I can see so many people hating this for so many reasons. Like, if there's a trigger you can think of, it's in here. It is basically, I always say this, it is basically a full ass, like, Narnia retelling. People keep saying, oh, it's like Harry Potter. No, it's not. It's like Narnia. It is like Narnia. Every time I mention this, I always say like, oh, like C.S. Lewis's estate could probably sue, because it's so like Narnia. Like this one's basically like Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where they go to all the different islands and stuff. Kind of, not quite. There is an aspect of that, but like, yeah, it's really like Narnia, and I love it. But yeah, I don't know. There's not even. I'm looking to see if there's like a list, a trigger warning, or anything. There's not. This was reprinted in 2023. It is a 2011 book. But yeah, all the trigger warnings, pretty much, and like the characters in this are so awful. Like they are so horrible. Like Quentin especially. Quentin is the character you follow, and like one of the characters that you meet in the first one, so it's not a spoiler for this one, just in general, one of the characters is fat, and there's so much comments made about his weight and his size, and it's so fat phobic, but it's like aware. It's not like the author's like just like making comments about his size. It's like in this one he goes to like Quentin thinks about the fact that the guy's fat and he's like, oh wow, actually, does that make me an asshole? I think that kind of makes me an asshole. Oh. And he's like, yeah, Quentin, you're an asshole though. There's a bit where like Josh, who's the fat guy himself, says like, I don't think, he goes somewhere where there's like loads of like small people, like short and skinny, and he's like, I think I was the fattest person they'd ever seen. And I'm like, these comments are like not it, but like it works with the characters and it makes sense in the context. And yeah, they're just, these characters are awful. Like These, not one of them is like necessarily redeemable, or you don't necessarily root for them, but it's just like watching car crash TV. I love it. I love it. It's honestly just like watching awful things happen to awful people. I think it's the same thing that people get from reading what's it called? Magnolia Parks. Except this author, as far as I'm aware, isn't a horrible person. And I've heard that the author of that one is not very nice, so I don't know what, I've not looked into it. I've never been interested in reading the books, so I've never looked into it. But yeah, I love this. I love this series. It really is just like terrible people with terrible things happening to them constantly. And I just love it. But that's it. That's my TBR finished for the month. And tomorrow I'm on sprints and I will start, I think, so I'm going to read Quicksilver first, I think. Quicksilver is the longest book in my TBR. So I'm going to start that first. And then I think I will also start The Wild Card by, I was going to say Elsie Silver again, Stephanie Archer. These authors and their books with the same titles. The Wild Card is the last book in the Vancouver Storm series. So I really want to read that. Like, this book is thick though. It's like 400-ish. How many pages are you? 472? 472 pages. Which is a wrap up for like a companion series, is probably needed. I love Stephanie Archer, so I'm not going to argue with 470 pages. Sorry, I was in the wonk there. I'm holding it. I'm on a backyard stream with Tori, so we can read. And I didn't want to put you on the, like, normally I lean you on the laptop, but if I do that just now, you'll hear the fan and it'll like go through. The sound comes out weird, so I just, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. And hopefully tomorrow I will get some good reading done. I'm on sprints all day tomorrow. Becca sprints at 12, and then I'm doing kick-off sprints for Tori for CSTBR-thon because she is not able to dedicate time to definitely be there, so I offered to do it. And then, what's this hair? My hair looks fine far away, but then, anyway, yeah, so they'll be at 6 o'clock, so hopefully I'll get some good reading on the go. And hopefully there'll be a baby horse to see in the morning on my socials, because there's someone I follow on TikTok and Snapchat that she breeds horses, and it's foaling season, and there's been no foals yet. Normally she's got a few, but she's got 5 horses in full watch. 5 big horses and a mini horse on full watch. It's still calving season, so the cows are dropping. Our family owns a cow farm. The cows are dropping calves. And, yeah, so they've got one cow that's due. She's actually overdue. And one of the mares should have her foal tonight because her milk is literally dripping without anybody even touching her. So, and she does like pH tests on the milk, and normally if it's like 6.5 or lower, you're getting a full. And she didn't foal last night, so hopefully she should foal tonight. And I'm excited. And she's like overdue. She's like, their average gestation is 340 days. These horses, like the quarter horses and thoroughbreds that she breeds quarter horses, but some of the mares are thoroughbreds, and their normal gestation is like 340 days, but this horse is like 350 something. She's like, give me the baby. They've been up doing full watch, like literally she has like people that work with her, who like they do all the filming and stuff for YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that, and they've literally been staying at the farm, staying up, watching the TV, watching the cameras to see if she's going to have a baby for, I think since day 320. So, like 30 days, the whole month, basically. Anyway, I'm going to go. Hello, good afternoon. It is Sunday. I was going to say Saturday there. Oh, I wish it was just Saturday. It is Sunday, and I'm getting ready to read. I'm on sprints at the moment with Becca, and Smash, and Emma. And I am going to pick up The Wild Card first. I know I said I wanted to read Quicksilver as my first book, but like I was torn between, so Quicksilver I want to get out of the way because it's the longest book in my TBR. It's also Fae, so I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be, like, I'm not going to say I'm not going to like it, because I'm finding that a lot of the sort of fantasy, romantic, I don't know if it's romantic or fantasy, whatever it is that people are churning out, I'm picking up and I'm liking. So I'm going into this with an open mind. I just know that people who like other fantasies that I've liked have really enjoyed it. So I'm going in with the mindset of let's try it out. I'm hoping I like it. And the wild card, this doesn't come out for like a few days technically. I think it's the 4th. The 3rd or the 4th. The 3rd is when the Kindle version is, but I've got it written down in my spreadsheet. This comes out on the 4th or the 5th, which is weird. But I could just have the dates down wrong. Anywho, this is the last in the Vancouver Storm series, and I've been waiting for this book for what feels like forever. So I'm so excited to read this. So I want to drop everything and read it. So this is still a good chunk. It's still like 472 pages to get off my TBR. And I've got all day sprints today, so I'm just going to switch between them. But I'm going to start with this because I just need something light and fun. Hello. It is Sunday. I think I've already spoken to you today, but I finished the wild card. Did it take me all day to do it? Yes, it did. Because I was just not in a reading space earlier. But yeah, that's it. That's the series finished. I have a feeling she's going to write a follow-up series, because there was a setup at the end of the book for another couple, but the characters haven't been in this. They were just kind of introduced. One of them was introduced in this. Well, both of them were, but one was introduced through it as a rookie. So I think there's possibility for... well, there was 4 or 5 characters introduced as new players to the team. And I think they're going to get... I think that she's going to do another series. But yeah, oh my god, this book was so good. Like, it was a bit clunky at the start. It's like she didn't quite know how to get going. But by the end of it, like the epilogue was kind of just like a wrap up of, like, you know, when you see the like movies, it's like when they do the things where it's like, where are they now, sort of things. And it was like 5 years later, and explain it, like saying about all the characters or the characters we've seen in previous books and where they are now. Oh my god. Finishing series like this is like watching the last episode of Friends. It's so emotional because you get so attached to the characters. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. It wasn't perfect. I don't even think it was my favourite one, but I love these characters and I love this story. I think I've only got 13 minutes left on this sprint, so I'm going to watch this video and then that should be sprint's over and I go to bed and then I'm at work tomorrow. Woo. So I'm going to close the vlog down now, and obviously start a new one tomorrow morning, afternoon probably. So yeah, if you want to let me know you were here, what are we doing today? If you want to let me know you were here and you don't want to write a comment, if you leave me something to do with the wild card, so something hockey related or storm related, because it's the Vancouver Storm, it's the name of the team. Yeah, and I will speak to you in the next vlog. Also, okay, got this. I'm going to be so annoying. See you later. Bye.